Welcome to the Disney Parks Podcast with your hosts, Tony Casanova from DisneyByTheNumbers.com and Parkhopper John from WDWParkhoppers.com. Keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the podcast at all times. And get ready for the Disney Parks Podcast.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the Disney Parks Podcast. My name is Parkhopper John, and I come to you from WDWParkhoppers.com. Joining me is my cohort in crime. He is the Disney to my parks. He is Tony Casanova from DisneyByTheNumbers.com. How you doing, pal?
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Hey, howdy, hey.
Hey, howdy, hey.
So, good. We got a great show for you. We got a lot of really cool things to talk about. A lot of news, a lot of things going on all around the world of Disney parks. But before we do that, Tony, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about our sponsor for this week's show?
This show is sponsored by our good friends.
Theme Park Concierges, everybody.
This show is sponsored by our good friends at Theme Park Concierge. Go visit them at www.themeparkconcierges.com. You can also call them at 407-257-9973 to book and to talk to them about planning a trip to here, Central Florida, or even Disneyland. You can visit them on Facebook as well at facebook.com/Ramon VIP Concierge. They will take care of all the planning, the fast passes, the dining, all those kind of things. Take you around the park, show you the quickest way to move around the park, and help you have the best time while you were here. If you do book a trip with them, tell them the Disney Parks Podcast sent you, and they'll take 10% off your invoice. All right,
Excellent.
kids. Yep, it's coming up this Saturday. We are going to Splitsville between 7 to 10. I'm already thinking sushi and fries for my dinner.
Yeah, come on. I'm thinking some sushi, man. I have not had some good sushi in a long
I
time.
am bringing some Disney trivia stuff, I think. I got some stuff I'm going to give away because I'm tired of it sitting in my living room. That's the kind of person I am.
Wow.
Things I can't mail are coming. And if you want a kite, I will have kites.
We still have kites, everybody.
We have kites. I have a story about that I can't tell on the air. My dear friend Anna no longer works at X Kites, but we have kites to give away. So,
Aww.
yeah.
Was it a happy split?
It was not, and that's the part I have to tell you some other time.
Alrighty then.
So, hey, September 10th, we still have, I think, 2 seats left on our fireworks cruise. So if you've not booked your trip, please go to our Facebook page. That's facebook.com/Disney Parks Podcast, and click on the events, and there's a link there for the fireworks cruise. I think there may be a wait list, but if you do want to go, please sign up. Because after that, they're going to be gone.
Gone.
And if you have not and you want to, you can sign up for, look at that nice, beautiful carousel, the Disney...
that's what you call it.
That's what I call it, my carousel. Sign up for the Disney by the Numbers T-shirt club. You just buy only the shirts that you want. There's no subscription, no extra fees. You just buy them. If you like them, you buy them. You don't like it, you don't buy it. You're not going to hurt my feelings. I have no feelings or commitment to the shirt either way. So, That's it. Go to DisneyByTheNumbers.com. On the left-hand side, you'll see sign up for the Disney DBTN T-shirt club. Just sign up, fill out the form, and that's it. And then we will send you an email each month when the shirt is released. It's usually around the first-ish of the month. Orders are done by the 10th, and shirts are shipped at the end of the month. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, we were in line to catch the ferry boat going over to Magic Kingdom on Friday, and we were both wearing our Dumbo shirts. And you know, they're really hard to spot because they're electric neon green.
Yes.
And we posted a picture on the DBTN fan page, so hopefully you saw it.
Yep.
And some people were asking about the shirts. They loved it. And I said, well, you know, this is a shirt club that you could be a part of if you wanted to. And I said, it's really great, professional designer, and they're really quality shirts. And so they're only like $13 a piece. And all three people that I was talking to all did this at the same time. I'm like, no, right? I said, you know, and I wear bigger sizes because I'm a bigger dude. I said, and the bigger sizes are only $3 more. And they're like, get out. I'm like, I know, crazy. And you only buy the shirts that you want. It's not like a crate, like a loot crate where you just get what you get. Yeah. So they were very excited by that. So that's a good thing. So it's good stuff.
So we had some people sign up, so maybe it was them.
It may be. Yeah. You know, preaching to the choir, man. Doing my best.
Yeah, I hear you.
All right. So I guess it's that time for us to get into
the news.
Oh, Gary Vaynerchuk.
Thank you, Gary.
Well, it's August, so you know what that means. It's time for us to start talking about Christmas stories. Tokyo Disney Resort will host a variety of Christmas-themed special events, programs, and activities at Disney Tokyo Sea Park, Tokyo Disneyland Park, and the Disney Hotels, the Disney Resort line, and the Expiari, I cannot say that name, from November 8th all the way through to Christmas Day, December 25th, 2016. Guests visiting the resort with family and friends and others dear to them will find a special, heartwarming atmosphere for the holiday season. As part of its Tokyo Disney Sea 15th anniversary, the Year of Wishes celebration, probably not the same wishes though, no. Tokyo Disney Sea will offer its annual special event, Christmas Wishes, maybe, this year. In keeping with the theme of the park's anniversary, the holiday event will glisten even more with the symbolic crystals of wishes, adding extra sparkle. After dark, colors of Christmas, nighttime wishes will be presented on the waters of the Mediterranean harbor. The Disney friends, dressed in new costumes to match the colors of the crystal of wishes, we talked about this many months ago, will make wishes with the guests to light up the central Christmas tree in the harbor. Then, as the Christmas version of the Tokyo Disney Sea 15th anniversary theme song is heard, shining Christmas trees and other glowing objects will appear in the colors of the crystals of wishes, celebrating an enchanting atmosphere. In America, in the American waterfront, Christmas trees designed with crystals of wishes will be found in Waterfront Park, and the 15-meter-tall Christmas tree set up on the front of the luxury ocean liner SS Columbia will be decorated with the 15th anniversary logo. Decorations around the park will also reflect this milestone here at Tokyo Disney Sea. That's not all. In addition, guests will find a wide variety of holiday enjoyment around the park, including A Perfect Christmas, an entertainment program featuring the Disney friends sharing their dreams of Christmas, and the glowing illuminations of Festa de la Luz, Spanish for Festival of Lights, at the Lost River Delta. At Tokyo Disneyland, guests will be able to enjoy the special event Christmas Fantasy, which is themed to pop-up storybooks full of Disney friends Christmas fun. That sounds awesome.
Yep.
The event offers guests a happy and fantastic Disney-style Christmas. Presented along the parade route, Disney Christmas Stories will bring to life pages from storybooks showing the Disney characters having fun at Christmas time. Oversized pop-up storybooks and other decorations around the park entrance and the plaza in front of Cinderella Castle will also feature the Disney characters celebrating the holidays. There will even be a pop-up storybook photo location that will give guests the experiences of literally being part of the story And all through the park, guests will be able to enjoy a colorful and heartwarming world of Christmas as only Tokyo Disneyland can offer. In conjunction with the parks, Disney Ambassador Hotel, Tokyo Disney Sea Hotel Miracosta, Tokyo Disneyland Hotel, and the Disney Resort line, and Ikspiari, will also host events perfect for the holiday season. So they are not even sparing any expense to just knock out Christmas at Tokyo Disneyland.
They never do, and this is what I also like about Tokyo Disney. They don't give the information in drips and drabs over months. Their press release is the entire thing, everything they're going to do, and that's that. They lay it all out there. Here's your Christmas stuff. Get ready, because it's coming. So I would really love to get to all of these resorts for Christmas time, I think, especially. I think it would be a lot of fun.
I follow a guy on Facebook, Christopher Martin.
Oh, yeah.
Dude goes to all the parks. He goes all over the world. But he's younger, and he's willing to stay in places that probably you and I wouldn't even darken
probably
the door.
A lot of Airbnb stuff.
Darken the door. Hostels and stuff like that. I've seen the movie Hostel. I can't do that. But he's figured out a way to travel and done some amazing things. Maybe there's a way we can figure out how we can do something very similar to that.
Yeah, I have a friend that does that too. She owns a bed and breakfast in Ohio, and she does a lot of hostel Airbnb kind of things too. So, very trusting person. Maybe that's just not my manner. All right, kids. You probably already heard, but Elena of Avalar, this woman, is inspired by a diverse Latin culture, and she is now going to be debuting August 12th at the Magic Kingdom. So the Walt Disney World Resort will be the place where families can see the newest Disney princess. The first inspired by a diverse Latin cultures, Elena of Avalar, the Royal Welcome of Princess Elena, is a live performance that will be presented several times a day daily at the Magic Kingdom. It's a limited engagement, and it begins August 12th. In this special welcoming ceremony on Cinderella's Castle forecourt stage, Cinderella and Prince Charming will host their newest royal friend and invite her to share her amazing story with park guests. As part of the show, Elena will recount her magical adventures and triumphant return to Avalar through her song called My Time. And this is not a paid sponsor. While Elena's music makes the new show shimmer and sparkle, so does the new princess's vibrant royal gown and glittering crown. Rich in color and detail, the gown reflects Elena's special qualities and cultural origins. The one-of-a-kind gown is made from 14 yards of crimson Avalorian satin embroidered with more than 900 flowers that represent her kingdom and her family. The beautiful crown she wears holds 222 dazzling jewels. And these will all be trivia questions one day, my friends.
So, is the Avalorian satin like the Corinthian leather?
Exactly like that.
Rich Corinthian leather.
Yes. Elena's debut at Walt Disney follows the launch of the new animated series Elena of Avalar, which premiered in a simulcast on Disney Channel and Disney Junior on July 22nd. A brave and adventurous teenage princess embodies all the qualities of a classic Disney princess, displaying the thoughtfulness, resilience, and compassion. She has the heart and mind of a true leader, making her a princess for everyone. Fans of Princess Elena can find specialty merchandise like her dress and her crown and scepter throughout stores at Walt Disney World. Elena will make her debut at the Disneyland Resort at Disney's California Adventure this fall, and I've also read a rumor that they're casting for this person for meet and greets. No, I take that back. They were casting for a Moana person. So,
right.
I think we're going to get both of these relatively soon. But here's my question. Listen, this is all fun and fairy tales until somebody gets hurt. But, I mean, her show only aired in July, and we had an incarnation, and she's got a show. And, I mean, a lot of times princesses have to wait months, if not years, to be, incarnated.
And I walked past this little girl in Fantasyland, and she had the Elena outfit on.
There you go. It didn't take long.
She is a hit.
Do you think they now, when they make these cartoons, just do all that stuff, do the costume, make the merchandise, make the stuffed animals, like they don't even hesitate anymore. They just go, let's make it and see if we can sell it. If not, we'll just put it in the outlet store.
Yeah.
Right?
I think they figure out a way to where it's going to look amazing, and then they go ahead and throw the switch on creating all the crown, the hair, the outfit, the shoes, the accessories, the purse, the whatever. And, that's what a good marketing machine does. That's what Disney does, and that's what Disney does best. And I'm not knocking it. I mean, we've had Mickey Mouse stuff since the 20s,
Right.
So, but, it's very interesting to watch. We were watching Mickey's Friendship Fair, and people still lose their minds when Anna and Elsa come out.
Yeah.
So,
it's,
yeah. But the weird thing about this specific thing where we're welcoming, Elena, they do it several times. So if you're in the parks all day, it's just like, let's welcome Princess Elena. And then a couple hours later, let's welcome Princess Elena.
Yeah.
Let's welcome. And I'm like,
how many times can we welcome her?
I started singing hello. Hello, it's me.
Me again.
Yeah. So.
Oh, gosh.
Anyway, so, hey, our good friends over at magicbands.com have given us the opportunity to tell you guys that you can save 10% on all your Magic Band purchases. They have pre-designed Magic Band covers. If you're kind of tired of your Magic Band, you want something a little different. You can do something a little different. Hey, maybe you're going over to Disney for a very special event, and you want custom Magic Band designs. They'll work with you, and you can create your own custom designs, as well as any type of skin for like an iPhone cover, or like you've got like an Apple Watch thing that you want to create a cover for. They got all sorts of stuff over there. Go check them out. We have a link at DisneyParksPodcast.com. You can go over to Magic Your Bands and do all your shopping, and at checkout, type in Disney Parks Podcast, and you can save 10% on whatever you order over there, because they like us, we love them, and they're passing that love and happiness over to you guys. So, magicbands.com, go check them out before you come to Disney, make your trip even more magical. Which, before we get too far into it, and I have not looked, do you have the story about the new Puck that they're creating? Have you seen this?
No, I don't.
Apparently, Disney has figured out that they want to do a next generation of like a Magic Band kind of thing, and it's like a puck. It's like a little disc thing. It's weird. It's and I thought it was very interesting because it's something that it's almost like wearable tech, like not a wristwatch, but it's something you can throw in your pocket or something you can tie on your shoe. I don't know how they would attach, but
is it a stronger what's the RFID than what they're currently using?
Possibly.
Yeah.
You'd have to go over. There's a couple different websites. If you search up, Magic Band technology or whatever their new tickets at Disney or something, you probably see what it is. It's very interesting. Okay, so I did Japan. Now I'm going to go over to Hong Kong. Hong Kong Disney's Main Street Cinema. My Journey with Duffy is going to be presented by Fujifilm. That store is open, kids. So fans of Duffy can immerse themselves.
Duffy's huge.
Duffy's huge in the Asian markets.
Yeah, huge.
Fans of Duffy can immerse themselves in the world of the Disney Bears this summer at Hong Kong Disneyland Resort, thanks to a new resort-wide Duffy-themed experience, including new merchandise, food and beverages, imaging services, and now themed hotel rooms. Holy cats! Hong Kong Disneyland is drawing guests into the adventures of Mickey and the Disney Bears with the opening of Hong Kong's first Duffy-themed merchandise store, Main Street Cinema, My Journeys with Duffy. Set in the Main Street Cinema, the store showcases a film featuring Mickey, Duffy, and friends in their many travels around the world together. And one of Duffy's newest friends, Gelatoni, the cat artist, and lover of paintings, will make his debut appearance in Hong Kong as he joins character greetings in the new store. Introduced to Hong Kong Disneyland in 2010, Duffy has quickly gained a strong fan base along with his best friend, Shelley May. In 2014, and we are now, this is a quote, by the way, in 2014 is when he was joined by Shelley May, and we are now pleased that Gelatoni is making his debut in Hong Kong, said Miriam, her first name is not in the article.
Yeah, just...
said Vice President and Chief Financial Officer of Hong Kong Disneyland Resort, insert name here, Miriam. Having a store dedicated to the beloved trio, complete with a candid movie theme, movie stills, and character greetings, is certainly a dream come true for fans of the Disney Bears. They go on to say that we're also delighted to work with Fujifilm and Picture Air to introduce an enhanced imaging service that lets guests capture photos of their magical moments to take home. So that's kind of cool.
This article was way larger than this, but I was like, there's only so much Duffy news I can tolerate in a single podcast.
Right.
We probably could have done a whole podcast on this news story.
No.
Because it is huge. This thing is so huge there. It's just crazy. I know Nicole, who I met in the parks, and her husband. I think more Nicole is a huge Duffy fan too. There are people that dig the Duffy. I know a lot of people were upset to see him go from his meet and greet in Epcot, and he hasn't resurfaced. I don't know if there's a new Duffy meet and greet somewhere that I'm not aware of, but
right.
I don't think he's resurfaced. So we'll see.
Well, yeah, I don't know that spot. I can't believe they brought Daisy out to replace him at Epcot. That was like Daisy, really.
Yeah. And one of the first things I was ever invited to by Disney, a Disney event, was the marketing event that Disney had for Duffy. And the woman was telling the whole story of how Duffy came about and all the Mickeys on Duffy. That was the first event I was ever invited to. And I think I probably wasn't invited to anything else because I kind of gave my opinion of, well, that just sounds like you made something to sell it. And I don't think they appreciated that comment.
Yeah, and you wonder why you haven't been invited back to anything.
Hey, I'm sorry, kids. The truth hurts sometimes.
Yeah, well, maybe the truth can come out after you're in your car and Disney can't hear you say it. Just a thought.
Maybe. Man, I highly doubt it. Hey, anyway, kids, if you like this show, please go visit us at patreon.com/Disney Parks Podcast. There is where you can contribute to help us keep this free and the wheels spinning on this vehicle. It's like trying to change a tire on a moving bus here, kids. So we want to thank our current contributors, David and Stacy. We appreciate your contributions, and thank you. Hey, this next story, if you know me, it breaks my heart. This, we're going to talk about this, and then we're going to talk about something else that also kind of made me upset this week. But the Main Street Electrical Parade is going bye-bye here in Walt Disney World, October 9th.
Yep.
That makes me very, very sad.
Yep. Unless something better comes in, then...
Yeah, unless something better comes in, and then I'll be okay with that. But this is something, actually, I was very happy when I first moved down here to Florida 6 years ago. It was Summer Nightastic, and the parade had just come back to Disney World. And it was supposed to be on a limited engagement, only like till September. And I was in the park almost every night trying to watch this parade before it left. And now 5 years later, it's still here. So you'll know where to find me in September. I will be on Main Street somewhere watching this parade again and again.
Crying like a little girl.
Well, yeah, if you see an adult with his Main Street Electrical shirt crying, that will be me. Just come say hi and wipe my tears away, please. But anyway, an enduring Disney Park classic, the Main Street Electrical Parade, will take its shimmering farewell trip through the Magic Kingdom Park at Walt Disney World, Florida, October 9th, 2016. And I'm going to tell you, there's going to be a huge crowd October 9th. A lot of people are going to be there to see this thing go. Since making its Florida premiere in 1977, the parade has become one of the most beloved entertainment spectaculars anywhere. Watching the Main Street Electrical Parade has to become a rite of passage with parents and grandparents eager to share the nostalgic experience with their children. Families will have one last chance to see the parade and share its special memory on select nights before it departs. I will tell you this, too. Here's a good little tip. You can get a dining package at Tony's, have lunch or dinner, and then you will have reserved viewing. That's my tip if you want to see this go. The vibrant parade, a perennial favorite of Disney guests, will next travel across the country to Disneyland in Anaheim, California for limited engagement beginning early next year. Brought to light in the early 1970s, the original Main Street Electrical Parade helped establish a Disney park reputation for innovative, trend-setting live entertainment by a person named Ron Logan. You can go Google his name. As lights go down along the parade route, the parade brings a variety of beloved Disney animated feature films to life through three-dimensional floats covered with approximately 500,000 colorful LED twinkling lights. The parade's iconic musical theme, which is called a Baroque Hoedown, the electrically synthesized Baroque Hoedown, is interwoven with favorite Disney themes as it adds to the unique, upbeat excitement of the procession. Some of the parade's most impressive scenes are the 23-foot-tall clock tower over Cinderella's ball, complete with elegant ballroom dancers in light-covered costumes. The smoke-breathing dragon, the tail-wagging Pete's dragon, the 108-foot-long red, white, and blue finale flag. Other characters who make appearances include Peter Pan, Tinkerbell, Alice in Wonderland, Snow White, Seven Dwarfs, and, of course, our beloved Mickey Mouse. The Main Street Electrical Parade at Walt Disney World Resort will not appear during the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween parties. That's at the end of the month. Walt Disney World guests interested in seeing the parade before it departs October 9th can check for the latest parade dates and times at WaltDisneyWorld.com or on their My Disney Experience app. So here's the question, kids. If you're sad to see it go, send us a comment, Disney Parks podcast at gmail.com, or make a comment on our Facebook page and tell us what you're going to miss, what your favorite part is. I can tell you, it was the first thing I saw in 1976 when I went to Disney World, and it's forever embedded in my memory. So, I have that, I guess, to look back on.
So, are you thinking that this will be the last time it ever plays? You think that they'll do what they did with the Spectrum Magic? They'll put it somewhere and then the route to lead it?
No, I think this is going to go on tour again. I think it'll go to Disneyland, it'll go to Disneyland Paris, it'll go to Tokyo, Shanghai, Hong Kong. I think it's going to make the world tour again. That's what happened to the last time when it left here and it went to Disneyland. It then bounced around the world and then came back to us. That's what I think is going to happen. I I don't think they can get rid of this like they did Spectrum Magic. I say that, but they did get rid of Spectrum Magic. So
right. See, I like Spectrum
Magic.
I
guess I can't say never with the Disney company.
Yeah, and how you feel about the electrical parade? I feel that way about Spectrum Magic because that was my first parade.
So there you go.
So I mean, I don't love I'm not as much of a fan of it as you are with the electrical, but that's the parade that was my first nighttime Disney parade, so I have a much more of affinity to it.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if this is the last time we see it, then if it doesn't make the tour, I wonder if Paint the Night is the one that's going to make the rounds, because Paint the Night's leaving at Disneyland. I think that we're going to get Paint the Night at some point, but I don't know.
We'll have to figure that out because there is another news story we're going to get to that talks about Paint the Night. And once we get to that story, then we can have that conversation about what we think is going to happen next.
All right. All right.
We have some other stuff coming up.
Hey, you want to do this or you want me to?
Go ahead.
All right. Hey, we got to talk about our other big sponsor for the show, which is Diz Wheels. Diz Wheels offers mobility scooters, strollers, and wheelchairs starting from only $20 for the entire day. One-day rentals are available, free delivery and pickup as well. You can visit them at www.dizwheels.com, or you can call them directly at 407-501-6883. And make sure that when you call in, that you tell them that the Disney Parks Podcast sent ya. All right, so now Tiffin's has been out for a little while, and now we have a new menu. So Tiffin's, a taste of Tiffin's with a new lunch menu at Tiffin's Restaurant at Animal Kingdom. You can experience a taste of Tiffin's with a new lunch menu, Tiffin's Restaurant at the Kingdom, served daily from 11:30 to 3:30. You can choose 2 appetizer-sized dishes served with jade blended rice. For lunch, you could order a different small plate. If there's a couple of you can try everything. It's a perfect way to try a sampling. It's what we do a lot of the times. Magical Dining is coming up, and Tony and Sid and I all order something different. We try it out. It's a lot of fun. A few of the Taste of Tiffin's menu items were the 72-hour beef short rib, masa and pulled pork tamale, flash fried icy blue mussels, a salad of roseberry baby beets, sustainable seasonal fish crudo, and the market vegetable curry. Also on the menu, you'll find the chilled shrimp and noodle salad, black-eyed pea fritters, shamaza, a spice rubbed chicken, and crispy yellowtail snapper. Also, you can enjoy the refreshing and non-alcoholic ginger fizzy with passion fruit puree, mint, ginger beer, and lime juice, which is the perfect way to refresh on these hot Florida days. Light bites such as the deliciously rich lobster popcorn Thai curry soup or the archaeologist salad, as well as the full Tiffin's menu, are also served during lunch. So you might want to give Tiffin's a try during lunchtime. Sounds like it's a lot of really good menu items. This doesn't sound as crazy as some of the other menu items I've heard from. It sounds pretty tame.
Yeah. They weren't open for lunch until just recently, so this is their new entrance into the lunch area. And I think they've taken some of the dinner things and kind of downsized them and things like that. I'm also hoping that this is a little lighter on the wallet as well, because Tiffin's is a little heavy on the wallet.
Yeah, well, it's Disney. What are you going to do?
Yeah, so I did have the fish crudo in the lounge at the lounge there. I can't think of the Nomad Lounge. And I did have one of the fizzies too, and they were good. So I would say yes, the fizzy is good, and it is good for a hot Florida day. The only sad thing about it is, I don't know, $6 or whatever it is, and it's not refillable. It's not like a Diet Coke. So once you chug it all down, you feel great and refreshed, but you want another, and it's going to cost you another $6 or whatever the
Nice.
hell that is. So I would go try it for lunch. This way, if you're not an adventurous eater, this is a good way to kind of taste some of the different flavors that they have, and then you can make the choice of whether you want to go back for dinner or not. You know, so.
Yeah, and it's like when you go to the Wave. The Wave to me is one of those restaurants that has everything sustainable and locally grown, but they have some really interesting dishes over there. And if you're there with a few people, you can all order something different. You could try different things. You get a taste of something more unique, a little bit more out of your comfort zone. And if somebody else orders it, then you don't have to stress it. So you can order something safe, and then you can try something a little bit different. And hopefully the prices will be a little bit more easier to do that.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I have not been there. I got to go try that place out because I haven't had my passes in a while.
Yeah, I wish Disney had put some of their signature restaurants on the Magical Dining. The third-party people, do it, but Disney doesn't do it, which I think is kind of bad. Bad form, Disney. But anyway, we'll have to try it. Let's give it a shot. We'll wait till it cools off, and maybe we'll do it before that Jungle Book show leaves, which we're going to talk about soon.
Yeah. And for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, if you go to visitorlando.com/magicaldining, during the entire month of September, a lot of restaurants in the Disney area, the Restaurant Row, or Universal Orlando, and downtown, and then even in the outskirts of Orlando, do this magical dining thing. And basically, it's like $33 per person, and you get an appetizer, an entree, a dessert, and a non-alcoholic drink. And some of the places even are offering 4 courses and an alcoholic drink. It's a small drink, but some of the sushi places are offering like 4 courses and some type of a small cocktail. So check that out. Yep. Tony, myself, and Sid have basically booked all of our weekends of September.
Yeah.
And this is the first time
we have a calendar.
And this is really one of the first times we've done that. Even when we lived over there before, it just didn't work out.
Yeah.
We went to a few, but I mean we really knocked it out.
We're going hardcore this year.
Hardcore parkour. That's the only way to do it.
Yeah. It's good. That's our Central Florida Orlando tip this week, kids. Hey, we had a trivia contest last week, and the question was, where can you find, or what park had a Main Street that was not called Main Street? And there's really 2 answers. One is Shanghai, and the other one was Tokyo Disneyland, and Tokyo Disneyland is called the World Bazaar. How bizarre that is.
How bizarre. Isn't there a song?
Yes, there is a bizarre song. So, hey, Casey, you answered correctly and were randomly chosen. So, Casey, if you can, email us your mailing address at DisneyParksPodcast@gmail.com, and we'll send you something in the mail. This week's question comes from us from Disneyland, and it is, what message is broadcast over the telegraph at the Frontierland train station at Disneyland?
We're broke. Stop. Send money. Stop.
Been robbed by pirates. Stop.
Mickey's holding us hostage. Stop.
Pico's bill took our money. Stop.
Stop. Never trust a country bear. Stop.
Never trust a mouse with 4 fingers. Stop. So that's the question. You probably can find it on the internet, but I hope you can't. If you have the answer, we're going to post this on our Facebook page. So go to facebook.com/Disney Parks Podcast. Look for this trivia question. Maybe we'll have to pin this to the top so it's easy for them to find. They make a comment with your answer there, or you can send it to DisneyParksPodcast@gmail.com. Okay, hey John, did you buy your ticket? Are you going to the Destination D this November? No?
I've not bought a ticket, no, because
Yeah.
no, I'm not. No, I may. I don't know if it's sold out. I may.
It's not. It's not.
But I did not purchase a ticket, no.
Okay. So there's an event coming to Walt Disney World. They do this on the odd years of the expo. So it's Expo, Destination D, Expo, Destination D. So it's Destination D year, and this comes to us in Florida, not in California. So this is our mini version of the Expo, without all the pomp and circumstance and the 70,000 people. So they've now announced some of the presentations and events and things that will happen this weekend. So it's going to take place November 19th and 20th, this November, at Disney's Contemporary Resort at Walt Disney World. And now they've announced that the Avatar creators, James Cameron, who's the writer, director, producer, and John Landau, who I'd really love to talk about Animal House with, not Avatar, will join Imagineer Joe Rohde and talk about Pandora, the world of Avatar, a presentation where they will unveil new details about the immersive 12-acre land coming to Disney's Animal Kingdom. Now, I don't know if there's anything more they can tell us that we don't already know, but hopefully they'll have something. Maybe like an opening date. That would be nice. In addition, the event will include a conversation with Bob Chapek, who's the chairman of the Walt Disney World Park and Resorts, plus Moana screenwriter Jared Bush, who is the co-writer and co-director of Zootopia, will also be on hand to provide guests with an exclusive advanced look at the making of Walt Disney Animation Studios' newest animated feature, Moana. Also, as previously announced, Disney legends Marty Sklar and Tony Baxter, Walt Disney World Imagineer Joe Rohde, Chris Merritt, Jason Grant, Wyatt Winter, and producer Don Hahn, and the Walt Disney World Archives director Becky Klein will also be at the event. The event is exclusive for the members of D23, the official Disney fan club, and it celebrates the landmarks of the past, the present, and the future, from the Jungle Cruise to the Pirates of the Caribbean and the planet of Pandora. The Walt Disney World Archives will present a special exhibit created exclusively for the event. It will be Walt's Greatest Adventure, featuring photographs, props, and models that will showcase Walt Disney's personal voyages, including his trip to South America in 1941, as well as some of his most memorable creations for television, film, and the theme parks, such as a 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Maybe they'll bring one of the subs back. That'd be nice. I think they still have one in the archives, so it'd be nice if they hold that across the country. Additionally, during the weekend, guests will be among the first to see the new Ethan Allen design home furnishers live and in person. And by the way, it is sponsored by Ethan Allen this year. I listen.
Lucky for us.
I am interested in seeing what they are going to do. I think it was Ethan Allen that did it. Maybe a couple of years ago, they did a Walt Disney signature collection of furniture, which was extremely overpriced. I mean, like a lamp was like $6,000 or something.
Wow.
So that's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Hey, I don't want to burst your bubble or anything, but Ivan Reitman was the guy that produced Animal House.
Was it Ivan produced?
Yeah,
what did John Landau do?
You're thinking of a different Landau. John Landau did Titanic, Dick Tracy, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, Solaris, Campus Man.
Maybe there's two John Landaus.
There's another Landau, but this is not that. This is not that guy.
Damn, I was hoping, baby, hoping.
Sorry, buddy.
Additional D23 Destination D things that will be happening are Welcome to Adventureland, set off on a journey through Adventureland at the Disney parks around the world, beginning with a rare look at artist Harper Goff's exotic concepts for Disneyland and Walt Disney World. Also, there'll be Tales from the Jungle. Cruise fans of the backside of water unite. Discover the legendary history of the world's famous attraction with a panel of wisecracking experts, including a behind-the-scenes look at a recent holiday overlay and the new Jungle Cruise, the new Jungle Navigation Company, Ltd., Skipper Cantina at Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom, and last but not least, the Disney's Polynesian Village Resort 45th anniversary. From Tropical Hideaway to Enchanting Entertainment, celebrate the spirit of Aloha as D23 looks back at 45 years of the classic South Pacific Gateway. Disney's celebrating their 45th, so this has got to be the same age. Once again, this will take place the weekend of November 19th. Tickets are on sale now. It is not sold out. They are $190 for each D23 Gold member and Gold family member. Tickets are also available for D23 General members for $250 per ticket. All guests will receive a special gift created exclusively for the event, and attendees are guaranteed seats at all panels and presentations, which you don't get at the expo.
Right.
There'll also be a pop-up Mickey's of Glendale, which is the famed Walt Disney Imagineering store, and I highly advise that you bring your wallets because you'll get some great stuff at that store. There'll be limited pins and apparel and collectibles and all kinds of things. And usually on the first night, Saturday night, there's an event at night, and the last night they usually have Sunday a big kind of hoopla. Last year, or not last year, the year before last, when they brought that, they brought back Pleasure Island. So all of the stuff from Pleasure Island, they had the DJs, and they had all the little different areas of the ballroom set up as all the kind of different places of the of Pleasure Island. So it was kind of fun. It wasn't Pleasure Island, but it was the next best thing.
Right.
Right.
Are you thinking John Landis?
Maybe that's it.
Yeah.
John Landis.
Yeah. Yeah. I remembered it was John, and I remember that he has a kid named Max. And
yes.
It was like, it wasn't Landau, it was Landis. I had to do some research, and then Vince in our chat room had it like, ding, it's John Landis.
Yeah. When this gets a little bit closer in November, if you are going, maybe we'll do a short little segment on some tips. I've been to these quite a few times, and I have some tips that I think will help you
That'd be great.
Get the most of your experience. Listen, it's not for the faint at heart either. It is a crazy price. I mean, $190. If you got 2, 3, 4 people in your family and you all want to go, that's crazy. And that's really the only benefit of being a gold member is the price savings.
Right.
That and a magazine I get every month.
That's right. Exactly.
Or every quarter. Sorry.
Hey, we have to say a little moment of silence for the sum of all thrills and Stormstruck.
I'm not going to miss them.
Yeah, me neither. Because they are going away at Innovations East. Yeah. Innovations, at Epcot. On September 14th, 2016, the Sum of All Thrills and Stormstruck exhibits inside Innovations at Epcot will close. Innovations West exhibits were closed last year, and some of the space was utilized for meet and greet areas for Baymax and Joy and Sadness. Colortopia, the newest Innovations exhibit to open, will remain open at this time, but will close whenever the contract with Glidden concludes, which they know that date. I don't know why they didn't put it in here.
Yeah.
Disney has stated that they will make an announcement about the future of the Innovention space at a later date. All signs point to a massive overhaul of Future World at Epcot coming in the next few years. and those plans may include a demolition and repurposing of the Intervention's east and west buildings. Thus, why no replacement exhibits are being added. I have the perfect thing that can go where Intervention's east and west is.
Yeah. I think we did a whole infotainment segment on this.
Yeah. But this makes even more sense. It just popped into my head. That'd be a perfect place to put the Tron ride.
Yeah.
And it works.
Yeah. Is it a big enough area on one side?
Doesn't matter, because they could take it, they could loop it around Spaceship Earth and come right back. That could be the loop, because there's an outside loop. But yeah, I don't know how much space they need, but why not?
Yeah, then they could, go all around east, like an east side or the west side.
Yeah.
There's plenty of property on both of those sides. That'd be great.
Yeah.
They just, take that building, make it the load exit area, and queue up.
Yeah.
I could see doing that.
I know, crazy.
All right, put it there, Disney. Make that happen. Make it so, number one.
Chop, chop.
Chop, chop. I haven't been on the Sum of All Thrills because I think that would make me wheezy.
You have to be a certain body. You have to be a certain body style.
I also don't like the thing that closes down. I get a little claustrophobic in that too.
Right.
Just saying. And I've been on the other thing, whatever that was, the Stormstruck. Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. It's like Twister with no.
Yeah. Without the twisting part.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of things that could be done there. I really, well, they're probably going to make some huge maybe announcement at the expo. Maybe they were in the planning cycle.
They could. It'd be yeah, great. James Cameron, Landau, Rhodey.
Yeah.
One question: when in the blue hell are you planning on finishing that stinking area? I mean, how long does it take to build one building? Yeah. Seriously.
I don't know. Apparently a long time. One nail at a time, my friend. One nail at a time. Hey, there's already news over at the Animal Kingdom that it looks like Disney's Animal Kingdom may be working its way back to being a daytime-only park again. Labor Day, they reported last week that the Jungle Book Alive with Magic show will end after September 5th, which is Labor Day. After that, the park closing times will move all the way back to 9 p.m. instead of 11 p.m. like they have been since Memorial Day to accommodate the nighttime safari, dance parties, the Tree of Life Awakening, and all those other things that you've now gotten used to. In October, the park closing will shift back to 7 p.m. and then even further on to 6 p.m. back in November. So what does this mean for the Animal Kingdom's nighttime safari that they built? We don't know if it's going to be permanent. We don't know if it's going to be temporary. We also don't know if we're going to see Rivers of Light, if it's going to finally debut soon, sometimes after Labor Day maybe. So, what do you think about the park staying open late, John? What do you think about it closing? Do you want to see Rivers of Light at this point, or do you care?
No, I do care because I think the park needs something. And even the preview that we got a few months ago, back in May, it's more than a few months ago, was stellar. Mm-hmm. Their idea is great. I don't know what the problem is, so I can't speak to what the holdup is, but they have great ideas, and they need something. I understand that they're changing the hours because we're going back to less summer travel, so that makes sense. But you start closing the park at 7 p.m., you start closing the park at 6 p.m., it goes right back to a half day. Not really a half day, but a half day park basically. It's who's gonna be able to spend time there at night? Even in the wintertime, it's not that bad here, and I don't understand. I don't want them to go back. I don't like them to tease us with it and then take it back, but I'm assuming that this is reading to me that Rivers of Light is either not coming or not going to be available until next year, and they don't have enough faith in the parties to keep that up. I don't know why they wouldn't keep doing the parties and the nighttime safari and the thrill rides they have open, the 2 that they've got, and then the Tree of Life stuff. Have you seen the Tree of Life stuff live?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's unbelievable. I don't know why they wouldn't keep that up, but I don't have to make.
What's decisions. The cost on turning on those lights? Come on.
Oh, I'm sure it's probably ridiculously expensive.
I get the show. That's a lot of people that you have to do. That's cast members for the crowd control and all that. I understand that's a big cost for a non-peak season thing. But my personal opinion, every park should have a nighttime entertainment show, parade, or something, only to take the burden off the Magic Kingdom, who always has a nighttime show. Well, maybe they're not going to have a nighttime show now, so I don't know what you're going to do at night. There's only going to be one place to go. That's going to be Epcot. Because if Animal Kingdom's closed, nothing there. The studios has got Star Wars. Let's hope that stays. And the Magic Kingdom parade is gone. So you will have fireworks, but you're not going to have anything else. So
I'm hoping that they don't make the announcement that, at Labor Day they're going to end the Star Wars fireworks.
I hope not.
Well, and
have you seen it yet?
Not yet.
You better hurry up.
I know we're working on it. But the thing is, I'm nervous that if they could take Animal Kingdom and cut it back, they're already going to be struggling with everything over at Hollywood Studios.
Yep.
The burden's going to fall on Epcot, which they're getting ready to go into food and wine season. That's going to start next month. Mm-hmm. So they're going to have that, which is great. And then they get into Christmas. If they can just get to Christmas, it feels like everything could be fine. Well, we could coast a little bit. But the thing is after the first of the year, you can't coast because you don't have a major holiday anytime soon. The closest thing you got is spring break.
Yeah.
So that'll be the opportunity for us to see, okay, spring break's coming, so then they open the floodgates and say, oh, hey, guess what? We're going to keep the park open from this time to this time. We're going to do this and this. Spring is sprung, awaken spring, and then we'll have this for a month, and then they'll go back. I kind of get it. I used to live near Cedar Point. Cedar Point had seasonal hours because, once it got really cold in Ohio, it didn't make sense to try to keep the park open because nobody's going to ride a roller coaster in 10-degree weather doing 60 miles an hour because you just die. I just don't want to see Disney do that, especially with the amount of momentum that Universal Studios or Universal Orlando has.
Right.
It just seems like we're losing some steps here along the way, and I just really don't want to see that because it's Disney, and I just don't want to lose any more steps. I feel like we've lost a few. That's just me. I'm not. Guys in the chat room, Tony, I'm not trying to be negative. I think I'm trying to keep this really positive, but from a financial sense, it makes me nervous.
Yeah, it does. It does. I listen. Like I said, I think every park should have some kind of nighttime entertainment. I think they should all have a daytime parade. I think they should all have a nighttime parade, and I believe they should all have nighttime entertainment. That's what I signed up for when I first started going to Disney in 1976. There was a daytime parade, there was a nighttime parade, and there was nighttime entertainment. And unfortunately, in the 70s and 80s, even parts of the 90s, I got accustomed to most parks having that. Tapestry Nations over in Epcot, that was the daytime thing, and then they had nighttime entertainment, which was Illuminations, which is still the same thing. And so on and so forth. I mean, there used to be a daytime parade at the studios. There was the whole Toy Story Bash, the whole Toy Story Party. There was the Cavalcade of Stars parade over there. So they have done it. They can do it. But will they bring it back is a completely different question. So let's hope and pray, my kids.
Yep, let's hope. Let's hope. Hey, going over to Disneyland Resort, there's a brand new Eastern Gateway coming in 2018. 2 years from now. Mm-hmm. Disneyland Resort is planning to break ground on the Eastern Gateway, a new arrival point that will provide guests even more choices for access and parking when it opens in late 2018. This project on the east side of the Disneyland Resort will include a new parking structure with 6,800 spaces, a new transportation facility, and an elevated pedestrian bridge. The largest infrastructure project in the Anaheim Resort area in the last 20 years, the Eastern Gateway will make it even easier to get to the happiest place on Earth by providing an east side entry point to the Anaheim Resort area. The new transportation facility will be the arrival point for buses, taxis, and I can't believe this, bicycles. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. And various shuttles that currently use the existing transportation facility located on the west side of Harbor Boulevard. The new pedestrian pathway and elevated bridge over Harbor Boulevard will directly link guests arriving at the parking structure and Eastern Transportation Facility with the main entrance plaza. I can't imagine waking up and going, "Hey, let's bike over to Disneyland." Okay, let's go. I just would.
You got to remember, it's a local place in the middle of the city, John.
I get that, brother. It's still amazing.
Here's a word that Disney needs to learn: intermodal transportation center.
Good word, good word.
Intermodal Transportation Center. You can use that, Disney. It's mine. It's yours. It's free. Because that's what they're building here at Orlando International Airport. It's exactly this. It's a new intermodal transportation center. It's where everything, transportation will all come so that the people will then go to the airport from this one point.
Is that what that big construction thing is when you come to the south side?
Yep, that's the intermodal transportation center. That's all the railways that are supposed to be coming, the light train, the train from Miami, all the stuff, the buses, the cars, the building parking, all that will be all there, and then you'll take a little monorail over to the airport. But this is the rumor, I think, that we were hearing about that land they had bought of a hotel, and now they're finally utilizing this. We've been talking about this rumor for probably a year or so. So I'm glad they finally decided, hey, let's build something over there.
Yeah, and this will also be great for everybody who's staying on Harbor Drive.
Yeah.
Instead of having to walk, down the corner and across the street to get to the, walk around to the gates, you can just hop on the thing and it should dump you right in between.
Yeah.
Disneyland and California Adventure.
I feel sorry for the people that live in that area because I'm sure on certain nights they're going to close Harbor Boulevard to erect this big, long metal thing. So have fun with that.
Hey, we did it with all the construction at Disney Springs.
At Disney Springs,
so, hey,
right. I know.
Tag, you're it.
That's right. Hey, Disney filed another interesting patent recently, actually August 2nd. And I thought we could talk about this one because I thought this would be fun. Disney filed a patent for, you get ready for it, projector drones. Now,
that's awesome.
Disney will be using projector drones at their parks in the future. That's the question. According to this patent, and this was found on a site called Patent Yogi, Disney received a patent for drones on August 2nd. The diagram shows the screen held parallel to the ground with the projector beaming an image onto its rear surface via a reflector. The screen would have enough translucency to allow park visitors to see the projection, which could be consisted of both still images or moving images. The lightweight surface would be made of a mesh so that it would allow air to flow through it, thus enabling it to fly even with high gusts of winds. Can't be blown around. The drones can be used for aerial entertainment, advertising, oh please don't do that, Disney, or to display in case of emergency information. And here you go, kids. Just because they filed the patent and they got it doesn't mean that they're actually going to use it. Disney was in the news the past couple of weeks for filing other foot tracking patents. That doesn't mean that they're going to do those either. So, this is, take it at face value, but I guess they're experimenting with different technologies and things. I think it would be kind of fun to, help people with exits at the end of the day. Have some drones exit this way. Beep, 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 beep. Especially in the animal kingdom, it's the only park that's got exit signs. So.
Yeah, I would be a little nervous about it breaking the. I just don't think I want to see drones flying in Main Street, USA. That seems to me to be weird.
They could also put tracking information on them to track all the guests, where they go. They can be used for a variety of things. The advertising thing I don't like. I don't need advertisements as I'm walking around the park.
Right. But the technology, if it exists, the bottom part of this article makes the most sense. Disney files patents for
all the time,
dozens of things all the time, and some we see, some we don't. We still haven't seen the fruition of the patent we saw with the boat interconnecting, go separately. Yeah, we haven't seen that either. But I wouldn't get too geeked up about it because drones are such a hot topic nowadays. I don't necessarily see drones illuminating exits at any park because it just doesn't make sense. Maybe Future World. It just doesn't make sense unless they're just not that concerned about, the aesthetics anymore. And then the thing is, drones run on batteries. Batteries go dead. Things happen. I don't think Disney's ready to have drones falling out of the sky on kids.
That's mesh. It can't hurt you that bad.
Yeah, the screen part is the drone itself is not mesh.
No, they're saying that the drone would be made out of a mesh so that it can't be blown around as easy in high gusty wind. That's what they're saying. So, I don't know. We'll have to see. Like I said, I think it has some small applications. But you make a point. Do you really want to see it? Walking down Main Street, and I guess they can only really use them at night because you can't see a projection during the day, right? Unless it was a really super bright projector.
No, but you could use them within the context of like inside of attraction. Like maybe if you're standing in line at Soarin', they could put up netting, near invisible netting that the people waiting in lines couldn't see, and they could fly drones overhead with the moving stuff. They could do colored stuff there. I mean, there's application that they could probably use within several different attractions. Wouldn't it be cool if during the finale scene of Spaceship Earth, they had some drones flying around inside of there, either simulating stars or simulating patterns of technology or something that they could do.
All right, let me ask you this. A long, long time ago, maybe 2 years ago, they had a media event, and they projected Mike on Epcot, Spaceship Earth. Why do you think they have not done a projection show on Spaceship Earth? They have it on the castle, which is a very highly complex object. They have it on the Great Movie Ride, another highly complex object. But they got this giant ball that is perfect for projecting on, and nothing.
That was the 24-hour.
Yes.
That was one of the 24-hour.
Yeah, when they did the big Mike thing.
Mike Wazowski thing.
Yeah.
I think that would make sense, but then you have it competing a little bit with, I guess you could do it like something smaller for illuminations. Mm-hmm. What would be cool, really honestly, what would be cool if they did that as you were leaving the park?
Yes.
And they had the same technology they were using for like the Monsters Laugh Factory. And Mike is talking to you from the big ball, but he's talking to people. That'd be cool.
See? If we can think of it, they can think of it.
Or Stitch. I'm just saying, they're getting ready to take Stitch out of the park.
Yeah.
But
I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's a great idea, buddy. Great idea. See?
It's free, Disney. You can use that too.
That's right. Totally free.
Totally free.
A little bit closer to home, Disney's Yacht Club Resort is about to expand its convention center. Disney filed plans to expand the convention facilities over at the Yacht Club Resort, which is great. One of my favorite convention facilities because it's like red, white, and blue. It's great. Mm-hmm. The deluxe Epcot area resort already boasts a 73,000 square foot convention center that includes a 36,000 square foot ballroom, which seats up to 2,800 people for dinner. The new expansion will take the convention center into an existing parking lot located behind the hotel near the Epcot Resorts Boulevard. I know exactly what they're talking about.
Yep.
Although plans don't give any confirmed indication of construction timelines, the permit does have an expiration date of August 31st, 2017. The last time I was, excuse me, at an event for Disney, we were at the Yacht Club, and they had a bunch of temporary facilities set up.
Oh, yeah.
And they had some type of a world championship cheer squad thing going on, and so they had to house rehearsal spaces and dining facilities for all these dance teams, and they took up every square. They had not only the the parking lot close to the guard shack. They had another parking lot that was fully completely in a tent, and then on the other side of the hotel, close to the Dolphin, they had 2 big tents set up there too. So I mean, they were utilizing every extra space for parking that they could get. So expanding this is great. I don't think it's going to alleviate all their problems, but now they've got that big facility they're building at ESPN Wide World of Sports.
Yeah.
So this is great. I love this. Anything that will bring more people to Disney. I think it's wonderful, and why not? That parking area is dead anyway usually.
Yeah. I think I'm surprised they haven't built a bigger convention space period for super big events, but maybe they're thinking about it.
Let me ask you this. I mean, I know we're running long on time. If Disney were to build a new resort with a convention space, what theme do you think they would use?
I don't know. Toy Story.
Don't be dumb.
They did it in Shanghai.
That's Shanghai. Do you think that Fortune 500 companies are going to want to come to a Toy Story resort and convention center?
If it's cheap, I don't think they care.
Nah. Good call.
The price is right. I don't think they care one way or another.
Hey everybody, we're here at the Toy Story Convention Center.
Yeah.
Buzz Lightyear brings all this stuff up.
Yeah, I don't think it would matter. Convention space is convention space because you do whatever you want in it. You get Disney events to dress it up any way you want. You can make it look like
resort. The resort. I think Disney needs to do like a South American resort.
Yeah, maybe.
A Latin. We don't have a Latin resort here.
Or like a Mediterranean.
Right.
Like a nice Italian village.
Nice. I like that. I like that a lot.
Yep. Hey, speaking about things getting a change, the Disney Wedding Pavilion is going to get a completely new look. The Disney Wedding Pavilion is one of the most iconic locations to have your Disney wedding ceremony here at Walt Disney World. And our good friend, and John officiated, Robin and Robin, had their wedding there. And the pavilion is located next to the Grand Floridian Resort and Spa, which overlooks the Seven Sea Lagoon. And a few years ago, they shifted the window so that the bride and groom can now see Cinderella's castle. Now, the Ever After blog is sharing that the Disney Wedding Pavilion will be receiving a new look very soon, specifically on the inside. These new enhancements will include a new decor that will feature an elegant neutral color palette and shimmering crystal chandeliers, brand new furnishings, brand new wall covers, brand new carpeting, and making it shimmer like little Cinderella. We have some pictures that we could probably post on our blog of the concept drawings, but Disney has not announced a date for this. So, hey, if you're coming down and you're planning your wedding, ask Disney if you're going to have it at the wedding pavilion when, maybe it's done. Maybe you want to change it and get the new fancy look rather than the old dreary look.
Right. Not that there's anything wrong with it now. I mean, it's just dated. A little dated.
A little dated.
That's still nice.
Yeah. What was it like, John, to do that, officiate there?
I will honestly, that was my first real wedding. I'd done a lot of vow renewals. That was my first real wedding, and I was so nervous. It asked for the wedding date, and they happened to be doing the wedding on my birthday. I signed my birthday on their marriage certificate, so it said that they were being married on 1970. So they had a little bit of a problem with that. But it was gorgeous. The whole place is just really, really nice to be able to turn around and see the castle. And then I was so lucky they had the Dapper Dans come in and sing, and we hadn't figured out how we were going to introduce them.
Right.
So I just said, ladies and gentlemen, the Dapper Dans. And here they come, and they sang, and it was amazing. And I didn't know how to get out of it. I'm like, well, okay, so we've got the Dapper Dans, and it's like, hey, the Dapper Dans, right?
Right.
The Dapper Dans, holy cow. Yeah. And Robin was just like, I know, right? I'm like,
yeah.
So
it was a great wedding. A lot of good times there. I have some really good pictures of myself with Mickey and Russell. Carl.
I didn't want to leave. I had to leave early because it was my birthday, and a friend of mine had bought me a night at the Treehouse Villa, and I'm like, crap. So it just worked out that way, you know. Somebody was doing something really super nice and didn't ask me ahead of time with a date. You know, it just worked out funky, but had a great time. It's such a great facility. It's right there, and even with the new improvements. I shouldn't say improvements, but even with the new improvements they're making to the security of the shoreline, it's not taking anything away from that pavilion. So it's really cool. So this is that story that you were mentioning earlier. Disney confirms Paint the Night Parade will return to Disneyland for the holiday season. So earlier this week, Disney announced, actually it was last week, earlier last week, Disney announced that the Main Street Electrical Parade will end its run on the Magic Kingdom on October 9th and return to Disneyland for a limited time. There you go. That, of course, left many guests wondering, is the popular Paint the Night Parade going to be shipped to Disney World? Or maybe that's going to be there for the Magic Kingdom's 45th anniversary. However, Disneyland has now officially confirmed that Paint the Night will remain at the Disneyland Resort, at least until the new year. On the Disney Parks blog, they said that they were very excited to share that the popular parade will return on selected nights during the holiday season later this year. So be sure to keep an eye out for the entertainment calendar at Disneyland.com for performance dates and times. Sad news for the guests of Walt Disney World as it now seems to be left without a nighttime parade for the foreseeable future, but great news for Disneyland guests that there will be more chances to experience this wonderful parade.
That makes me sad now because now we don't have a Main Street Electrical Parade and we're not getting Paint the Night. So that's the nail in my coffin, kids. I don't know. I can't imagine the Magic Kingdom without a parade at night. What will people do before the fireworks and after the fireworks or whatever? It's gonna be nothing. It's gonna be like
I don't want to start, sky is falling yet. I think they're going to make an announcement and we're going to get a brand new parade. They're going to have to do something because the 45th anniversary of the park is coming.
Yeah.
That is on when is that? That's
October 1st.
October 1st of this year?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we'll have to have something, maybe not by then, but we have to have something because it just doesn't make sense for us to not have a nighttime parade. But and I'm trying not to be negative. I'm trying to be positive. What would Lou Mangello say? Probably should edit that out.
I'm going to tell you this. They need something. I don't think they, if the parade is going to end what is it? What did we say? October, September?
9th,
October 9th. So that's 9 days after the 45th anniversary. Yeah, so maybe they will make an announcement somewhere around the first on something that is going to come. Maybe they have something already done, and they're just waiting the right news cycle to tell us of when.
There's no way they've got a parade sitting back there waiting to make an announcement. They'd have made an announcement by now. Just think about when they were doing the new Fantasy Fair parade. We knew the parade was coming. Then we saw costumes, and we saw vehicles, and we saw the dragon, and we saw the test stuff, and we saw when they were delivering the pieces. This is something this is a huge deal. I think what they're going to do is...
Well, hold on, too, because we also said a couple weeks ago that the projection show is going down for...
refurb.
Yeah. So, projection show is down. Parade is gone. Maybe they're going to change out wishes, the parade, the show, and everything, and we're going to get a whole new nighttime package.
It'll basically be, hey, guys, thanks for coming to the Magic Kingdom. Good night.
Thank you.
And then, boom, everything goes off, Here's what I think's going to happen. I think we're going to get through the 9th, big celebration of the 45th anniversary. Then we'll have an announcement before then. But then it's just going to be Halloween and Christmas. And then after the New Year, sometime after the New Year, we'll have a new parade. And we'll have the refurbed Celebrate the Magic projection show. I just don't believe there's any way that the number 2 park in all of the United States of America, this is the second kingdom that Disney built,
right,
is going to go without a nighttime parade and without some type of a special thing other than wishes. And I just don't think that. I think that they're going to come up with something. It's going to be amazing. So that's my 2 cents. I think we're going to get an announcement here pretty soon. There's no way that Disney fans are going to read that and go, wait a minute. So they're sending the parade from Walt Disney World over to Disneyland? Because my reaction is...
That's an act of war.
That's an act of war. That's, that's the thing. I love Disneyland, but I'm a Walt Disney World guy. Now, granted, I love Disneyland because Walt built it.
Right.
So I don't want to say anything too crazy, But yeah, this is my home park. I pick up trash that other people drop because this is my home.
Right.
Because I want the park to look amazing every day. So I think we're going to get something cool. It'll probably be Frozen something, but it'll be cool.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Hey, if you have an opinion or a thought on the nighttime entertainment situation. If you know something that we don't know, send that email to DisneyParksPodcast@gmail.com. Hit us up on Twitter at Disney Podcast or Facebook at Facebook.com/Disney Parks Podcast. We'd love to hear what you all think because, hey, I'm sure you all have an opinion of what you'd like to see, what you'd not like to see, and maybe you can help us out. So that's it. I don't think we have anything else, John, do we?
No, we don't. Thanks, guys, for watching in the chat room and playing along. And just thank you guys for listening. Thank you for taking time out of your schedule to listen, to watch. And make sure that you share the Disney Parks Podcast with at least one person that you know is a Disney fan, because that's the way we really want to grow our audience. And we're not just trying to get big numbers. We're trying to touch as many people as we can with Disney, just to share that magic and have a great time. And I look forward to the Splitsville event this weekend. I'm also looking forward to the boat ride thing next month. So
yep,
it's going to be a lot of fun, guys. Can't wait to see you.
Yeah. All right. And as we'd like to say around here, we'll see you in the parks.
The Disney Parks Podcast is not affiliated with the Walt Disney Company. All Disney parks, attractions, lands, shows, event names, etc. are registered trademarks of the Walt Disney Company.
Like a bolt out of the blue, fate steps in and sees you through. When you wish upon a star, your dream